everybody, it's me, Leslie.
And me, Morgan. And today we are super excited to share with you our brand new release.
We have got so many really cute things. We have got moo cows.
Yeah.
And we have, for our farm friends, we've got some farmyard fun. And we also have some cute critters. What do we have?
We've got some very lovely koalas.
Oh, they're so fluffy.
Yeah. And we also have a selection of safari animals.
That's right. So lots of really cute critters that we know you're going to love. So
without further ado, come join us and we're going to walk you through all the products in our brand new release.
Let's start off with our first collection and we're heading over to the farm. Let me introduce you to utterly fabulous stamps and dies. This stamp set has a collection of cute and adorable smiley little moo cows, and there's also a couple of chickens and hens there with a little egg. There's some wonderful dairy themed accessories such as a milk bottle, a bucket or pail, and also a milk churn. And there's also a little tiny pile of chicken feed so that your chickens do not go hungry. The sentiments vary for some fun pun-themed sayings. For example, I love moo and heard it was your birthday. Such a beautiful set and goes really great with our next stamp and die set. So let me introduce you to Farmyard Fun. In this stamp and die set, we have got a tractor and a trailer. And the great thing is that you can connect these two using one of the other accessories like the shovel for a little connector to make a tractor trailer set as long as you wish. There's also some images like the pumpkins, hearts and presents that you can put into your trailer to tow them along. Also in this set is a farming couple, a man and a lady with their cute little working dungarees on. And some hats, a pitchfork, a rake or a broom, and some other accessories. We've got some great sentiments too, perfect for everyday cards. Now let me show you the Rolling Hills Landscape dies. This is an Imperial A2 size die and it cuts out a selection of rolling hills. This is to make scene building so easy peasy. You can separate them or keep them together. Use pattern paper or ink blend for a different result. Also in this die set is a separate cloud die, meaning you can add clouds to your backdrop, and a selection of individual dies such as the sun with the sun rays. We also have a cute little tulip die where you can die cut different colour tulip heads. And we also have a grass peekaboo die, so you can tuck elements in behind a grassy die cut section. Our next die pairs perfectly with this Rolling Hills Landscape die, so let me introduce you to the fence border die. It's simple, it's effective. This fence die you'll be using time and time again. It's shaped perfectly to coordinate with the Rolling Hills Landscape die, but also with our Slopey Joe border dies. You can use it on its own or in conjunction with these other dies for different looks. Next up, let me show you one of the stencils in this new collection. And this is called the Simple Sunburst Stencil. It does exactly as it says on the tin. You have got this beautiful sun in the center of your stencil and these rays radiating outwards. The great thing about this stencil is that we're also including the little circular mask to give you guys more versatility with this product. This is definitely a staple product for your collection. And here we have the Flower Power stencil. I'm so excited about this stencil because this is a layering stencil. Just one stencil, but turn it around 180 degrees and ink it up again for a full floral background look. ink it up in the same colour twice, or ink it up a second time with a different colour for a different look. This gives a beautiful faux pattern paper background look to your project. Introducing the Stitched Birthday Trio Frame Dies. This die set is another staple for your stash. It has a large A2 frame die which separates the frame into 3 rectangular sections. Use it landscape or portrait for a different look, and you can even use a craft knife to cut away the inside lines for a full just outside frame. Perfect for making shaker cards and building little scenes. Also in this die set is a selection of words. We have happy, B-Day and to you, all in a larger size, which you'll use time and time again for sentiments on your cards. I'm so excited to introduce to you some of our jumbo sentiment dies. This is the first one in the collection, and it is It's Your Day. This large die set has welded words together that say It's Your Day, but also in this die set is a coordinating shadow die, which means that you can layer these up to create a different look, or use the outside shadow die to create an aperture for shaker cards. And the great thing about these dies is that you can also snip apart the words and use them in different situations. I'm so excited to say that we're adding some new additions to our Masquerade stencil line. These stencils have got etching right onto the stencil to help you align your card bases so the inked areas are perfectly positioned every single time. First up, let me introduce you to Wonderful Window Masquerade Stencil. This stencil has a selection of square windows arranged in a 2x3 grid. You can use it horizontally or vertically for a different look. And the great thing about this stencil is that the guidelines will also allow you to use it on a 5.5 square card. Simply ink it up and then move the stencil and ink it again to create a 3x3 grid. This stencil will also include 6 square masks to give you more versatility for this product. Next up, the Oval Masquerade Stencil. This is another stencil you'll come back to time and time again. It's so easy to create an inked focal area or background for your card using this stencil. The mask will also be particularly useful for creating a nice bright white inside area and adding ink around the outside. And by special request, let me show you the Heart Masquerade stencil. It has etching just like our other stencils in our Masquerade line, but this will help you create an inked heart right in the center of your project. Once again, the heart mask will also be a wonderful addition to your stash and is even great for using when layered with other stencils. Now it's time to add some fuzzy little critters to our collection. Take a look at the Quality Hugs stamps and dies. These cute koalas are sure to bring a smile on everyone's faces. The stamp set has no less than 6 cute koalas, and in addition to that, a selection of coordinating accessories, including a large tree branch. There's also a selection of really puntastic sentiments like wishing you a quality birthday, qualified to party, and my favorite, cereal chiller. I could definitely relate with that one. The die set also has internal cut lines, so one of your little cute critters can hold a piece of bamboo, a present, or even the mobile phone element into his paws. If you love scene building, then you're definitely going to love our Build a Bamboo stencil. This is a stencil where you can ink up the stalks of your bamboo in one colour, turn your stencil around and add some leafy green leaves to the bamboo stalks for a really fun look. Use the same colour, use different colours. This also works really well when using things like glitter paste. I just love how you can create a really fun background so easily with this one Build a Bamboo stencil. It also coordinates really well with our Pantastic Painters stamp sets from our previous release. Now it's time to introduce you to our next jumbo sentiment dies, and this one says hang in there. The perfect sentiment for sending an encouragement card. But what I also really love about this sentiment die set is the fact that you can cut it apart and use the words in different situations. All these jumbo sentiment die sets are actually sized perfectly to fit on slimline cards and A2 and A6 cards. So you can create beautiful masterpieces really quickly by using these jumbo sentiment dies as the focal element of your card. Now take a look at the Leafy Laurel circle dies. This is a beautiful die set which includes this wreath-like leafy laurel die, which looks gorgeous on its own, or you can layer multiple layers together for a different look. We've also included a selection of other elements, such as this fern shape, some twig shapes, and also florals and berries. This is going to be extremely useful in your Christmas collection, as well as using for spring and summertime cards. Let me show you the next stencil in our collection, which is called Vertical Vines. Although of course you can turn it round and have them horizontal if you so wish. This is a gorgeous stencil that will create a super fun background for your cards, and you can use it in a variety of colours or in greens and blues. It's a great way to add a gorgeous texture for that faux pattern paper look. Now it's time to head to the jungle for the next part of our release. And I know you guys are going to go wild for this die set, which is called Go Wild Frame Dies. This die set has a gorgeous A2 size backdrop frame with this beautiful jungle themed leafy border with leaves and vines all coming in from the outer edge. This is great for creating quick backdrops and also for creating wonderful shaker cards. Included in this set is also the words Go Wild and a coordinating shadow die. Use this sentiment on its own or in conjunction with the frame for different looks. And for those of you who love critters, I know you're going to love this next stamp set. This is the 2x2 Safari Animals stamps and dies. This stamp set is jam-packed full of cute jungle themed critters. We have got 2 beautiful giraffes, 2 little derpy rhinos, 2 capybaras, and 2 toucans, as well as a selection of coordinating images such as leaves, flowers, and branches. This goes perfectly well with our next stamp set, which is called Wild at Heart Sentiments. We wanted to include a sentiment stamp that you can turn to time and time again when creating cards with some cute jungle themed critters. This sentiment set has sentiments such as wishing you a roarsome birthday, wild at heart, go wild, it's your birthday, sending bear hugs, simply wild about you, party animal, born to be wild, and much more. If you have stamps in your stash with lots of critters then this Wild at Heart sentiment set is going to be the perfect addition to your stash. Now this next die set is probably my most favourite product ever. We have our 2x2 animals, and of course we needed an ark to go along with them. So let me introduce you to Boats and Barns dies. This is one of those die sets that really is giving you oodles of versatility. In this die set, you can create an ark for your animals, but you can also mix and match the shapes and dies to create a variety of other elements such as a boat, but you can also use the dies to create a barn, which will perfectly coordinate with the Utterly Fabulous stamps and the Farmyard Fun stamps. How cool is this die set? You see what I mean? You can also use this die set to create fun shaped cards like this, or use each of the individual dies in other inventive ways, like this pocket card or this fun shaker card. It almost looks like a cool snow dome. Now it's time to introduce you to a few elements that have been a special request from our Heffy Doodlers. First up, the Happy New Baby Jumbo Sentiment dies. Just like our other Jumbo Sentiment dies, this includes a sentiment of welded words that you can of course cut apart for more versatility. But also in the die set is a shadow die for creating and layering for different looks. And take a look at the Slimline Scalloped Peekaboo dies. This die set has a selection of 4 dies. First of all, the main event, which is this Slimline frame, which is slightly smaller than a standard Slimline card, meaning that you can create a beautiful layered look. It's also perfect for creating shaker cards. In the center, you have this large flap, which is a lift the flap die, so you can create an interactive card. We've also included 2 dies, a large thanks welded word sentiment die, and the coordinating shadow. This die set is going to be one that you'll have so much fun using again and again. And we know that our Heffy Doodlers love to have those staples in their collection, and this is one that has been requested. Let me introduce you to the Whimsically Wonky Imperial Rectangle dies and its partner in crime, the Whimsically Wonky Metric Rectangle dies. Each of these sets include 3 dies, which will perfectly die cut your rectangle for your cards, and each of them have some wobbly stitching on the inside. These is great for creating your card blanks and giving some awesome texture to your cards. We're also delighted to say that we're now introducing to our collection the Mo Lotta Love stamps and dies. This cute 2x3 stamp set includes 2 adorable little moles, a rose, a heart, and a sentiment that can be paired perfectly with these cute critters. They're just so adorable. And that's not all. We are so excited to say that we are introducing some new products to our Heffy Doodle range. First up, 6x6 inch paper pads and also enamel dots. These have been designed with the color palette to match our Heffy Doodle cardstock, so you'll never struggle for coordination ever again. First of all, we have the Summer Holiday collection, which has some bright, beautiful colors in yellows, blues, pinks, orange, teals. And then we have our Man Cave collection, and this has the more neutral palette of dark blues, greys, blacks, and a nice, beautiful, deep purple. These are forming part of our Basics collection, which has got dots and stripes, perfect for creating backgrounds for your cards. The enamel dots will coordinate perfectly with both of these colour palettes too.
So we hope you enjoyed everything you've seen in the new release.
Yes, and the great news is that our pre-orders are now open. So come on over to the Hefty Doodle store and place your pre-order. And if they do that, what
Yeah.
do they get?
You will get a 3D stamp set.
Yes, our freebie stamp set this release is called Main Squeeze, and it's the most adorable little lion, and he's very cute, isn't he?
He is super cute.
And I ain't lying. So if you come over to the Hefty Doodle store and place a pre-order between the dates of the 20th and the 27th, you will get a freebie stamp set called Main Squeeze.
He is the cutest little lion you ever did see, and he also has a beautiful crown to wear too.
I know, it's so sweet. And if your order is actually more than £45, you will get the stamp and the die absolutely free. There's no code necessary. We will automatically put them into the boxes of qualifying pre-orders.
Yep.
All you need to do is make sure you have at least one thing in your order from our latest release. And don't forget to come back to see us on release day, the 27th of April, because we will have our release day blog hop, won't we?
Yeah, it's going to be so much fun, and you can check out all of the projects from our amazing design team.
There's so many wonderful projects. I think there's lots of inspiration. You guys are going to love it. Absolutely love it. And this date, the 27th of April, is also...
The day you can pick up our wonderful new release in stores from our retail partners.
Yes. So until then, happy crafting!
Ready?
Yeah, but don't do this.
I know, I'm like... seeing everything in our new April release.
Sorry, I clapped to signify for you to go, but you said, I hope you enjoy it. Right, so good. So if you come over to the store between the dates of
Oh, I've forgotten the date.
your order, but not only that, if you spend more than £45, £45,
Sorry, I made a face. Like, what do you mean, and?
I'm gonna.
We're just too funny.
We are. We keep ourselves amused at the very least.
I feel like I said yay, but I'm like,